What up? What up? It's your boy Milano back at it again with another live. We're gonna keep dropping them. We're gonna keep dropping that content, baby. We're gonna keep dropping that content. Yeah. In this picture, I'm in Colombia, Cartagena to be exact. But I was gonna be like, I'm gonna chill out today. I already went live yesterday, but I was like, look, man, I feel motivated, man. So I got butterflies in the stomach, but I also feel motivated because I'm like, yo, you know. So basically, what's gonna happen is, um, I thought I was gonna have till the 15th to get a free rental, but they're cutting it till the 5th. Shout out to you, J Mees. You see, you wrenched out, baby. I talk it like I live it. Paint the picture so vivid. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, so with the rental, I'm gonna have that till 5th, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm probably gonna thug it out in the States until the end of August. So in the summertime, I already had plans. I wanted to do certain stuff in the States. So we already know. Well, if you don't know, the beach is all messed up with. I think this summer is gonna suck, man. I really do. As far as stateside, I know, Jamies, you don't really do the stateside too much, but man, I be wanting to go to the beach. You know what I mean? Like get away, like just go to the beach. I don't even have to go too far. We got plenty of beaches in North Carolina, but it's like, man, with all how the activities going, there's bacteria in the ocean, like it's too crazy. Bro, it's like it's messing up the summer vibe. Like a lot of people aren't even in the summer mood anymore. There's people who are going to concerts and there's women being nice and letting and I know this sounds weird. There's women being nice and actually having conversation with me. And there was one chick, she probably like hoping I pull in more for the conversation. She was like a dark skinned thick chick, but I was like, man, now I gotta stay focused because if I'm gonna really do this thing overseas, I can't really have anything hold me back. I start talking to this chick now. I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna go overseas, and I procrastinate. You know what I mean? I need the wrench with all the trash I be talking. I I need something to stop me from getting blocked. Nah, man, I was always gonna make you a mod. To be honest with you, you know, even though QB wanted me to make him a mod, which I did, because I've known him 3 years and I've known you for a minute. But one thing I'll say is, you've always been loyal. I mean, I think we had like one argument. It was about David Bond, and that was it. And that was lightweight. You know what I mean? Like, really wasn't nothing really crazy. So I was like, he's always supported me, even when people bash me and put out false rumors. So, so I was like, man, let me mod him up because I was meaning. That's why I was hoping you to come on the live. Well, not even come on the live, but leave a comment in the section of the videos I was dropping, so I could, because I didn't even know. I was looking through it. When you highlight somebody's name, you could actually make them a mod through your phone. It's weird because my boy, he's like, man, why don't you get a laptop? It's better. But I don't know. For some reason, I like the phone better. Like I had a laptop, and I was talking to you guys on the laptop. Remember, I used to stay up those late nights. I was actually paying $500 a month. I was living with a Dominican New Yorker, but the house was nice. He was just weird. Like he was complaining about the utilities too much. But I used to do the lives long time on the laptop. I don't know if there was a big difference. But then again, I did have like almost over 1,000 subscribers, so the YouTube pushed it more. But Yeah, I used to be on it hard on the laptop, and I used to see you a lot on there, JB. So shout out to you. In my younger years, I did states, travel a lot, Hawaii multiple times all around over the U.S. many times to NY. I never been to Florida though, so want to check it out. Never been to NCA. Well, I'll be honest with you. Shout out to my man Kim Pattamore, man. Shout out to my man Kim Pattamore. Salute, man. Salute. You should move to the Bermuda Triangle. Appreciate you for stopping in, man. I didn't even think you subscribed to my channel, to be honest with you. I thought you was just blowing smoke up my behind. No Diddy. No Diddy on that. No Diddy. Yeah, I was gonna actually, so like I said, that's what I was planning to do this summer, just travel during the States. I was actually gonna go up to New York and meet up with my man Kim Padmore, see what them Asian casas are like. You know what I mean? Them cheapskate Jake prices. But it was just like it's just been crazy because when I read, so I don't know if you know Kim Padmore. I'm giving you a heads up. Everybody already knows this, but I got in an accident this time. No, I know what you're thinking. I wasn't drinking and driving this time. Thank God. Right? Because QB did read me the riot act and shout out to him. He was just concerned. He's like, man, I hope he wasn't doing that crazy stuff. I was like, nah, bro, I hit a deer. Like the deer came from another side. And usually when deer cross, they creep when they cross, right? They're not running full speed across the street a lot of times, unless there's no cars. But there was a car coming my way on the opposite end because it was two-way street, two-way highway or two-way street, so to speak. So it was a car coming towards me, and I'm going the other way. You know what I'm saying? We didn't hit each other, but you cross paths, but you got all that light. But the deer was running from the grass all the way to the end just to try to. It was like it was trying to play who can hit if it was like it was trying to play like let me see if I can get across the road without getting hit by these cars, like some type of weirdo game like that. But I think something scared it because normally deer don't just run. There's two ways. I'm gonna be honest with you now, and this deer was by itself. Now, if deer with the pack, it makes sense for them to run across because they're following the pack. This deer was all alone, so there's only two ways. It either was chasing another deer it saw across the street, or it got scared by a predator. But that's what basically happened. Let me see. You were doing some crazy editing a while ago. Was that on the old time? No, actually, that was on the phone, bro. That's what I kind of like. And I appreciate you, man, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, my editing ain't that bad. I want to have editing like in the streets with keys. I know you ain't gonna like this one. I know you, but I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I am capping. I want to have editing like in the streets with keys. Nothing against him though, but you know who I want to have editing, right? David Bond, man. His editing is, man, it's crazy, bro. But here's what I gotta understand, and even though like with the GoPro, I didn't use it as much because I don't think I was taking that serious. I don't know if I should get a GoPro or the DJI Pocket. The reason why I say that is because the DJI Pocket, when it gets wet, it gets jammed up. You know what I mean? So it's acting funny. You know what I mean? You could because I think Checking Effect, shout out to him. He said he lost a lot of memory with the DJI Pocket getting wet. With the GoPro, if it gets wet, it's not a problem. And I kind of am comfortable using a GoPro. The only thing about it is the GoPro is not small enough where I could just put it in my pocket. I mean, it is, but it's bulky. But yeah, I would just have to either take the GoPro, the camera itself, without a holder, or have a little holder or something like that. But the DJI Pocket, you can kind of fit in your pocket, so to speak. And it does 4K, but the GoPro, I can do 4K too. They have a GoPro. I think it's a GoPro 9. I want to say for It's like $120, bro. So I was thinking about getting that because I sold mine, but I got like 100. I think I got 104. No, I'm sorry. I think I got $80 for it. $80 or $100 for my GoPro. So I'll be just losing like $20. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I was gonna get the GoPro back and really have some good stuff. Cause I mean, don't get me wrong, the phone is good, and I'm actually thinking about. Speaking of which, I'm thinking about getting another phone. So the phone I'm talking to you guys right now, that's gonna be my phone that keep a lot of my stuff. But I think I'm gonna get another phone where I could do my recording and all that. And yeah, even if I mean, I want to have my main phone with all my contacts and everything. I want that on this phone or whatever. Or I could switch up and just have the other one. But I really want, if I'm going out recording or doing whatever, I want to have that as my phone that I'm recording. So if anything happens, that's cool. And then I have a main phone at my house that if I need to call somebody, contacts, whatever, I got that on deck. So yeah, I'm looking into a couple of stuff. The Samsung is good because it records in 4K. And with that meaning, it'll probably have more storage than my phone right now. So I can edit my videos. I can probably edit my videos on that with the 4K because it'll have more storage. But to be honest with you, with the GoPro, I don't know if you've seen some of my videos, they were on GoPro. The videos I was talking about, like must-haves in Dominican Republic or the homestay, that was on my GoPro, Jamies. Check those out. Those were on my GoPro. I don't know if you know that or not. Those was on my phone. Those were on my GoPro. It was GoPro Hero Black. So I'm really thinking about going back to that. Only because the GoPro, I feel comfortable with it. Like I kind of know how to deal with it. With the DJI Pocket, it's like, I'm gonna have to learn this all over again. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I might mess with it. But GoPro looking at $120. That's looking like cheapskate J prices. I told you not. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. So you had these guys talking crazy. And I know you have to have thick skin or whatever. I think I needed just a refresh channel. And you gotta remember, Ken Pattermore, I did make a bet with QB, even though I came back, but I did tell him like, yo, I'm putting my channel on the line. And I did by my word. And I honestly think it helped because it could refresh my channel. And to be honest with you, the new channel, I don't got people calling me these fake allegations with these pedos and all this other stuff. They're just leaving me alone. Milano, the travel vlogger, they can keep their videos if that's what they want to do. And I think one of these guys was like, oh, he's mad because I was like, bro, I'm not even thinking about you, bro. I don't even care about the video you put of me. Because first of all, it was cap. Second of all, I don't care. Like I got my own wave I'm going through with Where's Milano. And I think Where's Milano is better because Milano the travel vlogger, yeah, it's cool, but Where's Milano, I think it has a better ring to it because you're trying to find out where is this guy at. And I really thought hard. I was like, man, I really want to do this stuff full time, man. A lot of times in the past, I've made mistakes, bro. And I think about, man, what if I didn't hang out with certain people and I just went and did this vlogging full time, bro? Like, I honestly believe I think I would have had 500,000 subscribers by now. But we can always look, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But the only thing we can control is the future. And shout out to Check and Effect. He actually had to talk to me and tell me about that, man. He's really a good guy. He was, Flyboy Way. I'll be honest with you, the most people who are down to earth that really helped me out with my stuff is Flyboy Way. In the streets of Keys talks to me, but Flyboy Way is really down to earth. QB Padport Flexing, he's cool, but he has his own aura and his own beliefs, so it is what it is. But I will say this: Flyboy Way is really, really supportive, and I hope the best for that guy, man. Because if it wasn't for Flyboy Way, I'm not gonna lie. Me and actually QB Passport Flexing got into it over going to Cuba, bro. This was one of the things. Now, mind you, we're past that. I'm not here to bash him. I'm not here to say he's a bad person. And low key, maybe QB Passport Flexing wanted me to go to Mexico so I can hang out with him. But I think in my head, in his head, he probably like, oh, you're a monger. You just want to go there because it's cheap box. But I'm less like, nah, I really want to see what Cuba's about, bro. And I really learned a lot. And I could be wrong, but I really think QB Passport Flexing has a different respect for me. And mind you, this ain't because I came up there and fought him in the boxing ring, or I rung his bell a couple of times. No, bro. I think he respects me because one of my videos that's in about Havana, Cuba, bro, it's doing like 20,000 views, bro. And I think he's like, bro, you know what? You probably would have never did that nowhere else. Not saying I couldn't do it in DR, I couldn't do it in Mexico, but I think the fact that a lot of people ain't really doing Cuba like that. Well, not saying they're not doing. Let me back up. I'm not saying they're not doing Cuba like that, but Cuba's not pushed out like that. Like a lot of people are like, oh, Cuba got these rules. I like to smoke weed. I'm not going to do it. Da, 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 da. Whatever the excuse is. Poor Wi-Fi, right? But because of my videos, they're very visual. Shout out to In the Streets with Keys. He literally said that. He was like, bro, I will say this. My storyline is better than yours, but your visuals are better. So, and honestly, I want to say, like, In the Streets with Keys is more like Dr. Dre. And I think with mine, I always say I'm like the Slim Shady of Latino, Slim Shady of this. I think, but comparing him to me, to really get the gist of it, I would compare him to like a Nas and me like a Jay-Z. Like Nas, he In the Streets with Keys has a storyline. I have more visual, I'm more flashy with it. When I mean flashy, I don't mean like QB Passport Flexing flashy. I'm more like, yo, I'm showing you what's going on. I'm showing you this, that, and the third on the mongering tip. And I'm showing you the cuties. You know what I mean? I'm not holding back. A lot of these guys are holding back. So I think that's why QB Passport Flexing respects me, because he's like, yeah, even though I said you're a forced monger, you do show visuals. You do show receipts, whether you're pay for play or even if it's a chick that I don't think is a stunner. Hey, Hunter, dope runner. You know what I mean? At least you're showing something with the women gravitating towards you. You may not be, as he would say, Vin Diesel yet. You may not be a Vin Diesel yet, but your personality draws these women in, whether they're for pay or for just only play or just for the stay. And when I mean the stay is just the chit chat and stay. They ain't doing anything else with me. But at the end of the day, these women are entertained by you. They want to be around you. Yeah, you got rejected in Guadalajara, other places, but they want to be around you. There's something about you. So you know what? I give you that respect. You know what I mean? And he's probably like, yeah. Because I know he did a video, QB Passport Flexing, shout out to him. Check out his channel. He actually did a video where he was talking about, I think, Passport Dog. And the guys, I don't know the guy, so I'm not bashing them guys. I seen his videos, but I don't really know him like that. You know what I mean? My go-to YouTubers is Holloman, David Bond. Those are the two guys. I love Austin Holloman because he's real, he's honest, he doesn't sugarcoat nothing, and he gives you straight, no chaser. And of course, I'm always hold my boy David Bond down because I know his story. His story is just amazing, bro. I'll be honest with you. His story, I'll be honest, I'm going to give two people credit right now. The two top people that making me want to go travel full time is David Bond, number one, and number two is Ulysses the Traveler. Those are the two people. I'm sorry. Any of you other guys, I could be respectful, but I'm not giving you anybody else credit. I'm sorry. You know, there's some YouTubers that motivate me to come back, but two top YouTubers that motivated me to want to do this full time or go overseas for a long period of time, David Bond and Ulysses Traveler. And I personally want to say hardcore more Ulysses because I met him. You know, I never met David Bond. If you got deers out there, it means you got beers too, right? Not necessarily, but we do got bare ass. But no, they got black bears, but the black bears are scared of us. They don't even really be coming out like that. We got a lot of cats where I'm at. That's why I kind of, it's like it's weird because like the family's like, we can't, and then I really wish they would just let me like, if the Mexican family was like, we give you the max 3 months, bro. You go out there, and then when you come back, you have to pay $500 a month, whatever. But we'll give you 3 months. Even if they said 2 months, bro, I'd be so grateful. But they don't want to do that, and it's like it's kind of forcing my hand because I don't want to stay here as much as I love the cats here. I mean, worst case scenario, if I come back and I'm getting my place, if my cat's still here, I'll get him and I'll take him back to my place. You know what I mean? Or whatever, or I'll come back by and feed the cats or whatever, or still come by the house and stuff like that, like it's my house. But because they love me, man. Like, and I was telling QB Passport flexing this, shout out to him. I was like, bro, you go to Mexico on the weekends. I'm living with Mexicans every weekend, bro. There's a difference. You go to Mexico, and I'm not Mexicali, whatever. Tijuana, whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying Mexico in general. I would say, QB, you go to Mexico, and I didn't tell him this, but I'm just basically telling him like, I didn't really tell him like this, but I basically was like, you're going to Mexico every weekend, but I live with Mexicans every weekend. I didn't say it that smooth. I basically was like, I live with Mexicans, you visit Mexico. I didn't say it as smooth as I'm saying now. But I will say this. It's a difference when you're living with Mexicans and you're just visiting. And shout out to him. That's why I'm trying to tell him. And when I say I'm trying to tell him, he's the king of Mexico. I actually still feel Negrito Grande is still the king. If QB Passport Flexing moves to Mexico or even lives in Mexico, I think he can surpass Negrito Grande. And that's just a transparent opinion. And when I mean transparent, this ain't saying because I know QB Passport Flexing for 3 years. I'm just being honest. Like, I think he could really pass him because he'll go into that culture lane. But like I said, living with the Mexicans, you get a lot of culture. You know how to deal with certain ways of people. A lot of these guys, I still got my hair. Oh, wow. The DUI pocket. The DUI is really good, man. But in all honesty, if you got one of those newer phones, the camera is good enough on. Yeah. We had that video where you swipe the correct. That's an old school joint, man. I don't even think I got that anymore, man. I want to say, I think that's 2012, 2013, at least 2012, bro. That's that old school. That's that old school, bro. Like, if I get that, I'm definitely, say if I go when I'm doing the YouTube stuff and I get members only, I'll be honest with you. I don't even think that's even good enough. I think I'm a nice guy, so I might put on members only. But I think that's me being nice. But really, that deserves a Patreon page and like Patreon $10 and up because that's a classic, bro. But no, I don't got that. I actually sold that camera and got some money off of that. So I sold all my stuff, but even the laptop. But like I said, my son's mother, I was like, yo, I'm gonna give my son the laptop because he could use for school. Oh, he gets a brand new one he could use that the school gives him, but he doesn't have his own. Why would you want to just rent something when you could own your own laptop? Like that doesn't make no sense. But in her head, he already has like 30 grand in his account, so she thinks he's rich. But I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. At the end of the day, it is what it is. As long as he's good, he's. I heard, from my understanding, my mom talked to him, and I talked to him here and there, but I think he's in camp, going to camp this summer. So I mean, it is what it is. Whatever makes him happy, man. One thing I learned about family, bro. One thing I learned about family is you can't let it hold you back. Before, when I was in Boston, as much as I love my father, dude, if I would have saw, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times I was like, man, maybe I should have moved to North Carolina. Maybe I should have stayed in Boston and been with my father till he croaked, you know, till he got old and croaked. And part of me still wishes I did that. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you can only create your own destiny. As much as family matters, and like I say, even with my situation, I'm like, excuse me, because I know my mom's coming down, and part of me is like, oh well, I might go out of town, I might go overseas, and then come back, and at the hotel she's staying at, come there and stay at her hotel and go back overseas and just drive her around with a rental. You know what I mean? Um, or have my uncle pick us up. But at the end of the day, just to spend time with her and my son and stuff like that. But that's kind of holding me back from going full fledged. But I mean, I could probably go full fledged. I could probably do. I'm looking at September, October, then somewhere in November, I might, either go somewhere for a little bit and then come back. Just depends on how my money is. Like my money's not long like marathons, but I'm still on that cheapskate Jake budget, you know what I mean? So she went from 10,000 a month to $100 a month. She shows receipts. Wait, who's I'm curious. I don't know what you're talking about. She went from $10,000 a month to 100 a month. She shows receipts. I'm confused. Please explain, Jack Black. I don't know what you're talking about. And this went to 0 people viewing right now, so that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I should have hit that one. Everybody was looking. I should have hit that. But yeah, I don't get that. She went from 10 to and if you're talking about the baby mom, no. So I gave. Well, I'm gonna see what you say, and then because I don't want to say then, and then it's like it doesn't even make no sense. But yeah, man, that's a classic right there. Yeah, man. I mean, the top 3 places I would go to, because me and my boy were talking about. We was like, oh, mm, I mean, where you gonna move to if you do go overseas? And I was like, well, I could. I actually could. Actually could. And it's crazy. He said that he was like, the view is really good, man. But all honestly, if you got one of those newer phones, the camera is good enough. Yeah, because I could just do 4K on them. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. The 3 top places I would go to overseas. So I told my boy was astonished. He was like, man, I know the first pick you choosing. Philippines or Thailand, man. You picking one of those. You picking Asia, bro. I know you. I mean, I got love for you, man. I appreciate you throwing me that 500 after QB Passport Flex and beat me for that 500. But guess what? You're wrong. You're dead wrong, like Biggie. Yeah, I'm gonna actually. Let me see. What did he say? I'm talking about Nicole Jazz. Oh, oh yeah. I didn't know who. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Nicole Jazz. That's what. That's why I was like 10,000 to 100 a month. Wow. But yeah, man. My top place I would go to first. I'll be honest with you. Excuse me. Top place, and it sounds weird what I'm about to say. I'd probably go to DR. Well, I would want to go to Mexico first because I could probably work in California somewhere and then live in Mexico. But I'm gonna just be honest. I probably go to. I probably would say. I probably do Mexico first because maybe the Mexicans I could probably I could probably do some work for them and they'll pay me some pesos. Like if I'm like, yo, look out for your boy real quick. I'll clean your yard, whatever. Mm, I'll work, whatever. I'll do landscape or whatever, man. Just pay me some money. So I'm gonna say even as much as I really want to say DR number one, I'm gonna actually say Mexico number one, and not because I want to, not because I want to make QB passport flexes happy, because I know he's like, yeah, Mexico winning that next treatment is that next treatment. Ah. I know he's saying that, right? I know he's saying that, but nah, man. I think I would actually, yeah, I would do Mexico because with the Mexicans, because I can relate to them, and when I mean relate to them, they kind of vibe with me. So if I was like, yo, I need a job, I'll do whatever, I'll get some money. I can make some money in Mexico because they would actually pay, even if they pay me chump change. I would do it as long as it's not really hard labor or whatever. But I would do it just to make some extra pesos, and they would probably respect me that I'm working as American in their country and getting paid by them. You know what I mean? So I think I think they would put me onto some money, so I could probably stay over there a little longer because I'm getting pesos or money, or whatever. Also, with the Mexicans, they're very welcoming. I could probably live with some Mexicans and save some money instead of just having an apartment, flat out apartment, like QB Passport Flexing suggested. Oh, there's some people here. I appreciate you, love freedom. You already know the vibes. Loves freedom. Let me see. I'm still here. Nobody cares about that female YouTuber. He's funny, yeah. I still gotta hit the Philippines. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Angeles City, bro. You need to hit up Angeles City. Angeles City is so good, bro. I actually feel like my boy, I don't know why. Why couldn't he just shut his damn mouth, bro? Because listen, I'm selling all this crap to you guys. I I I've been living in Mexico. It definitely depends on what. Yeah, I was gonna actually do Monterey. Because if I did Monterey, I know there's a lot of rich people out there that I could probably work for and be like, yo, I'll do whatever, just pay me whatever. All right? There's a lot of rich Mexicans out there, you know what I mean? Hook your boy up. But yeah, I will say this, right? So even though he's talking, my man Jay Mees is talking about Philippines, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. My boy was like, yeah, yo, I know you going to Philippines, bro. Oh yeah, that's your first stop. Bro, as much as I really wanted to be, Jamies, I'm telling you, you need to go to Philippines. Cause I'm biting. I'm literally, and I'm not saying I'm doing this literally, because my dentist would probably kick my behind. But I'm literally grinding my teeth because the order of what I'm saying I would stay at, it usually goes against my beliefs. So I would stay first in Mexico, second DR, and then third, I want to say uh, Asia. Well, because I could probably do El Salvador. It's cheap out there too. Um, I really want to say it's top four, but I mean, we already know I love Asian women. But if you got to remember too, you're getting a plane ticket at the last minute. We're not getting them 2 months in advance. So remember, those plane tickets are gonna be overstacked. That's going in your budget, right? So if I was gonna stay three top places, I would go Mexico, Dominican Republic, and my third would be El Salvador. You guys probably think I'm tripping right now. Y'all think I'm tripping. Well, actually either El Salvador or Panama, but I'd probably say El Salvador, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? I know. Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna tell you why I said what I said. Actually, I'm gonna highlight your comments so you good. The reason why I said these three spots is because remember, if I'm going in September and I'm booking last minute, and I'm not when I mean last minute, I'm talking something in less than a month or whatever. We already know if I go to Vietnam or Asia, it's gonna be high prices, right? They're gonna be eating in my budget, right? Now, one thing I can do is, and I told my boy this, he was like, "Oh man, you need to go to Asia. It's cheaper. I know you can get a chick out there. You had a cute chick in Philippines, bro, that didn't want your money. I know you could do it again. Um, I could do it again, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You gotta pay for that expensive flight. Now, unless I go to California and I throw Jamie some money to sleep on his couch, and when I mean go to California, I either fly there or even as cheap as take a train or a bus there. I could do that and then sleep the night and then take another flight to Asia, right? So I could probably do something like that. Not saying I'm depend on you. Not saying I'm depending on you, Jamie. I want you to think, oh, he's coming to, you know, crash my place. No, but even if I wasn't going to Jamie's house, right? Let's say if I take a bus or a train to California, then I get a cheap hotel, then I take a plane the next day, right, and go to Asia. Here's the thing, right? The top places I would have to go to for good food, I'd have to go to Thailand. Blows Philippines out the water as far as food. The women, technically are more Asian than the Filipino women. Now, I will say this: the Filipino women, a lot of them speak English, so you have that advantage. In Thailand, they're not really speaking English like that, so you're gonna have to work on that. So in Philippines, they speak English. The food is horrible in Philippines unless you have the acquired taste. And now, when I say horrible, I'm not disrespecting the Filipino people. I'm literally saying it's horrible compared to what Americans used to. Not saying the food is trash. It's accustomed to the Filipino people, but it's not accustomed to Americans. And when anybody that never, shout out to my boy Jay Meats, if you haven't had Filipino food, I'm gonna just keep it funky with you. I don't know if you like olives. I don't know if you like pineapples. I don't know if you can. Are you allergic to them? Eat a eat a pizza. Eat a pizza with olives and pineapples. That's exactly what a Filipino cuisine is like. And when I mean to say that, they like bitter and sweet all together. So that's the only thing that's the problem with that situation. Now, going to the Philippines, eating at the Philippines, I could probably lose a lot of weight unless I'm eating McDonald's because I would cook a lot of my food for myself and my diet would be limited. So I wouldn't be eating out a lot and I'd be really frugal. Now in Philippines, I mean in Thailand, I could lose weight too because and I probably help happy. Sorry, happy. I healthy. I'd probably be happier with the food because I can eat a thing of noodles for $1. I can eat some fried chicken for $3 or $4, whatever. But I can budget more in Thailand with the food. The Philippines, I could budget, but I probably have to cook my own food because it's like the food is acquired taste. Now, the women in Philippines, you can actually get a girlfriend in Philippines. You ain't got to pay for it. You ain't got monger. That's the good news, guys, right? But, but the food is acquired taste. That's why Thailand is beating Philippines, because if you get a chick that likes you for you in Thailand, and you like Thai food and she'll cook it for you, you're good and golden. Like I had a girlfriend that wanted to cook for me, but I just didn't want her to cook because I was like, yo, we can go outside for $1. Why am I wasting all this money? And what if I get sick of the food in 2 or 3 days? It's a waste of money, you know? I plan to visit Vietnam next year with somebody from there. Is on the bucket list. He just heard they don't like the brothers as much as the other Asian countries. Oh wow! Good thing I don't look like a brother, huh? Yeah, I might want to check out Vietnam. Mm. That pho, that pho, whatever. Wow, love and freedom. Now, love and freedom. We're not gonna bash you. Are you mixed like me? Are you white or black, Latino? Let us know what you is. Yeah. And that white and tight, man. That white and tight. Oh my God. Let me get a Vietnamese girl. Oh, I'm wifing that up, baby. I might shoot. Y'all motherfucker, man. See, I knew I should never did this goddamn live. Now y'all have me talk 3 places I want to go to. Jamie's, this is all your fault. I'm gonna be like all brothers and blame it on somebody else instead of taking responsibility for my own action. I'm gonna blame it on somebody else. And you loving freedom is your fault. It's you and Jamie's fault. Y'all have me talk these 3 stuff of Latin America, and now I'm probably gonna throw that in the daggone. I'm gonna throw those 3 countries in the daggone trash I just mentioned, because you guys are talking about Vietnam and everything, and I'm like, yo, them Asian girls, them Asian girls. Oh man, I can get an Asian girl for free 99 and be good. It probably won't be 2 or 3 months. I might be staying there 6 to 8 months. Probably only come back to the States just to pay my taxes. Yeah, I mean, wow, that's crazy. See, you gonna make me go to Vietnam now, man. Because I know with Vietnam, I think you got to get a heads up or something like that. It's a visa, or something like that. Loving freedom, do you have to have a visa? Let me know. I don't know if you're still in the chat. Yes, your money goes far. And oh my God. See, I knew I should have blamed both y'all. This is all y'all damn fault. I got daggone. See, QB, go after them. You see what they did? You see what they did? I'm snitching. Look, you see what they did? Jamies and Loving Freedom motivate me to go to daggone Asia. Right now. I don't even think Mexico's in the equation right now. I think Mexico's in the trash can with all the Modelo bottles that my landlord was drinking. QB, blame Loving Freedom and Jamies. You know what I mean? That they did this. So if I don't go to Mexico, you know who to blame. I'm not taking responsibility for action. I'm half black. I can't do that. But no, I will say this, man. Vietnam, I love the pho. You know what I mean? The pho with a pho. I think it's pho, called pho. But yeah, man. Mm, pho is amazing. I think it's like, I forgot what the visa was. You have to do whatever. Shout out to industry. He was telling me about it, but I really wasn't paying attention. But I might need to now. I've had lots of Filipino foods, and I'm not a fan. How you put vinegar on everything? The lua is good. The lupia. I need to try that. I really need to try that. I have not tried that. I've never tried lupia. I've never. Now, is it spicy or is it sweet and bitter like normal Filipino food? Because if it's sweet and bitter, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing it. That food is good, cool, but I prefer the. Oh wow, I didn't know nothing about that. You still got me on the lumpia, but yeah, and in in Vietnam, man, I heard it's a lot cheaper. Now I will tell you guys this, man. I'm telling you guys this. I heard they got some baddies in Cambodia, man. Like I don't know what it is, but in Cambodia, they had a chick. She was Cambodian, right? She was Cambodian, and yo, she didn't look like nothing. And I know you guys are like, oh well, she had the makeup on, right? She had the makeup on. So I'm like, okay, whatever, right? She didn't look like nothing without the makeup. When my girl was Thai, right? The chick I was dealing with, she wasn't my girlfriend, but she was my girlfriend. That makes sense. Like she wasn't my girl, but she was my girl. I mean, think about it. If a pro gives you free sex afterwards, you can call your girl, but she's really not your girl. You know what I mean? Everybody, whatever. And when I seen her and I'm looking at her friend that's Cambodian, I'm like, the Cambodian her friend is bad as hell. And she was like, yeah, my Cambodian friend is not gonna mess with you because I told her not to. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Lumpia is just the Filipino version of egg rolls. Say good. If you like rolls, you'll like. Now, what kind of egg rolls though? Because it's egg rolls, and then there's veggie rolls, and then there's the other stuff. I think crab rolls too. Nope, I never had. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. I never had Cambodian breast milk. I had Cambodian coochie, but not breast milk. But I will tell you this: them Cambodian women, man, they look good. If any of you guys ever heard that rapper, what's her freaking name? She was with Tyga. Uh, what's her name? Honey Cocaine. Honey Cocaine. She looks good. She's Cambodian. I didn't know that. Honey Cocaine. She's cute, but she's vicious. She can be vicious too. But yeah, Cambodia, Cambodia women, they have a different build. That's why I want to go to Cambodia too. But see, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if I don't move to Asia, like even if I say, well, you know what? Excuse me. You know what? Maybe I'm not gonna live overseas. Maybe I like it where I'm at, and I wanted that safety net. Cause you guys gotta understand, right? Where I'm at, I'm paying $500 a month, right? Cheapskate Jake prices. Motherfuckers ain't paying this anywhere else, right? And perhaps I'm paying $500 a month. I get free Mexican food. I got Modelo's out the ass if I want to drink them. So and I got pussy all around me. And when I mean pussy, I mean pussycats. That love me and stuff because I feed them. Um, if I don't want to do that, I probably would do. I'm thinking like worst case scenario, if I don't end up going full time, full blast. Because here's the thing, guys. Now a lot of people are like, oh well, you could go full time and do X amount of months. But a lot of these vloggers don't show you when it's downtime, when it's lonely, when it's depressing. Like at least right now, my cat's sleeping, but I know he loves me. You know what I mean? When you're in an apartment all alone and nobody really knows you and people only really dealing with you because you're American and they can get some out of you, it's a different feel than when you paying rent to that place. The kids love you. The cats love you. The cats rub on you, purr on you. The kids love you, like, oh, hey, you know, and when you get that appreciation, it's kind of hard to just throw that out in the trash just to go somewhere and be a loner because I'll be honest with you, even Global C, I seen him in his lives. He looks like and I know this sounds weird, right? Global C or Global CZ, right? CEEZY, right? He looks like he likes to be left alone from people for whatever reason, but I don't think I could do that. Just be alone, solo, just like oh f everybody. And it's just weird, man. Like I see some of these guys vlog and they don't look like they're the life of the party. They look like they're just showing content, and then they're like, you know, people don't really mess with them, and it's weird, man. Like it's really weird on that tip, like. Because you gotta remember, this guy is getting money per month to live over there. But at the end of the day, you don't know how many nights he's like alone, just watching TV. Like, bro, I can do that here if I want to do that. Like, why do I need to go overseas to just be watching television and relaxing? Like, I could do that for $500 a month here. Cheapskate Jake prices, as I told you. But my cats show me love. The kids show me love. You know what I mean? Like, people, I think a lot of these guys don't get love like that, and that's why they're running overseas because somebody in their family, people in their family, or people in their neighborhood, they're not showing them appreciation or not giving that trust or love, and they're like, "Yo, you know, I'm getting the hell out of here." Because I hear a lot of these guys like, "Oh, you got to get out, you got to get out, you got to run out of the states," and they go overseas, and it's just like, bro, it looks like you're running from something. And again, I'm not judging nobody because everybody got their own situation. Everybody got their own situation. But I don't need to run from the States. And I want to be really transparent when I say this, guys. I don't think I could ever live full time overseas permanently. And the reason why I say this, you got your favorite shows, favorite stuff, TV shows, favorite movies, all that in the States. A lot of that stuff when you go overseas is in their language, but you don't have access to it, right? Three, a lot of the memories I have in the States that I lived here, like in Boston, I don't have that overseas. Like I'm not going to Maine because, you know, with everything going with the water, but I would go to Maine just because me and my father go to Maine, but I'm not going this year. I'm probably not going to go this summer because of everything going on with the beaches and stuff. But it's like so much memories from the States I still hold on to. It's like I can't just leave the States, go to another country, and pretend I'm happy, if that makes sense. No, yo, Tiger got an OnlyFans on the Smashing Baddies Raw Doggy. Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. If you travel full time, you gotta make sure to have a solid, safe amount of income coming in. Or the other option is to have a huge. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be quite transparent with you guys. Let's just say I have 50,000, right? If I want to get that to 60,000, me going overseas is the opposite of what me getting it higher than what it is. Because at the end of the day, with me in the States, you know, and I'm still thinking about this because shout out to Black Man Travels. I know he was talking about he does IT work, he got certificates in this, and I really been thinking about that IT work because I'm like, bro, I could be making money. I could be making money online, and then I can live overseas if I want, or I could stay here. Excuse me, but at least I'll always have a job, and I won't have to deal with no knuckleheads, you know, or no weirdos. Excuse me. So I really been thinking about going back to school. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to. go overseas full time and pursue this YouTube stuff or go back to school. It's just like up in the air because the YouTube stuff, man, is not guaranteed. I see Austin Holloman, he's doing good, but you don't really know what these guys are really going through. A lot of these guys can put on front like, yeah, I'm living the best life and everything, and they could be struggling, and you wouldn't even know, bro. I know guys overseas that I know guys right now, not even overseas, guys who are on YouTube that are struggling. I'm never gonna put their business out there or put their name out there, but they struggling. They ain't making no money. And you see them on YouTube and they talking trash, they smiling, they all that, right? When you think they living that life, these motherfuckers are struggling, bro. So I say that to say you never know what these YouTubers overseas are really going through. Because they could be on their last dime, but pretending online that they got that money. You know, they good. So you really don't know what these guys are going through. I think I could live overseas, just need to create a who also is yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. Your money's different from mine. You got and I'm not gonna put your stuff out there, but your money's way bigger than mine. Mine is so I'll say this in comparison, this is a compliment. And not putting your business out there, but your money is like Arab money, and my money is like guys from India money. Like I worked hard, got a certain amount, but I could be knocked off my horse at any moment, and it's not big enough where I could just blow it all and not care, you know. So that's what I have to think about too, making that step, like, because I can go overseas and do whatever, but at the end of the day, what money's coming in? Because you see these guys, they're supporting certain people, but who's to say they're gonna support me? They're gonna send money. I'm gonna make all this. You know what I mean? You don't know. And I always tell people this all the time. Vacation is different from traveling. You go on vacation for a week or 2 weeks, and I shout out to QB, I told him this numerous times. I said, bro, you're going to Mexico every weekend. Go there for 2 months and tell me how it is. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, you don't know how it's really like. Because anybody can go somewhere in a tourist town for a week, and this is not, like I said, this ain't shutting them down or talking junk about them, but anybody can go for a week or weekend. But when you're going there for months at a time, bro, you're not going to be able to afford the tourist area, one. And two, it's going to get real for you when you start dealing with the locals. Shout out to Euless Traveler. When I was in Tulum, he had me with the locals. Even right now, I want to go to Nashville. I'm like, man, maybe I should go to Tulum, Mexico for my 2-week vacation off my job. Like, I'm already thinking like that, bro, because I'm like, let me go overseas where I can enjoy the beach and stuff like that, and not worry about no bacteria, all this other crap, man. Like, or go to the cenote and swim, and you know what I mean? Like, before, it was cool. I could go to cenote and, I mean, not to go to something. I could go to ocean, enjoy, get my suntan on, whatever, right? But now with stuff happening in Carolina Beach, it's like, I don't even want to fucking do it. I don't even want to enjoy the water no more. And it actually sucks, bro. It actually sucks for the summer, man. Cause now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be on the edge of like, yo, if I didn't have Nashville to go, whatever, I probably would go to Guadalajara. All right. But I'm like, man, I want to go to Nashville, just check it out. See that what is it called? Hawk Tuohy girls. See if I can get one of those girls, the Hawk Tuohy on it. You know what I mean? If I find one of those, I ain't going out of the country. I'm wiping that up right there. Yeah. The Hawk Tuohy girl, I'm wiping that up right there. White and tight. Oh yeah. It's like, oh, I don't got much of a butt. That doesn't matter. As long as you love me, rub my belly, cook for me, and do the Hawk. You don't even got to do the Hawk Tuohy for me. Rub my belly, cook for me, and be my best friend. That's it. You Hawk Tuohy, I might buy your car. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, I just wanted to do stuff in the States, and that's why I was like, well, I don't know if I'm, because I don't know if I'm gonna, like, my boy's like, oh, well, lease a car if you don't want to buy one. Now my car that got damaged, I could probably get it and then fix it, but it's gonna cost like $3,000, right? Give or take, $3,000, $2,000, whatever. Now I could get it fixed, but I don't know if the engine's messed up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and have this car and then something else goes wrong with it. You know what I mean? Because technically it was uncovered, and when I mean uncovered, it's technically when it's uncovered. When it's uncovered, what it means is that I don't have I supposed to have this wheel, the thing that the protection for the wheelbarrow. It's a wheelbarrow cover, and I didn't have that on there, and I think that might have caused some damage. So I don't know if it damaged the engine, what. So that's why I could pay for it to get fixed. I have the money, guys. I'm not broke. It's a joke, but it's like I fix this for $3,000, then what happens? And the mileage is high. Like I think it's over. Like I think it's like 200,000 miles already. So do I do that, or can I just get a mechanic and check out another car and have them inspect it and then buy that? You know what I mean? There's a place I bought the cars. They were pretty okay. So I might could get another one. You know, but at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff. But I'm definitely going to travel in September. I just don't want to travel now because I really want to travel in the States to do what I wanted. And I know you guys like, wow, Milano, just go overseas. You got the money, go overseas. But excuse me, it's not even just about now. I know this is a predominantly mongering channel, right? Excuse me. I know this is a predominantly mongering channel. I know you guys are buying more coochie than my customers are buying. I know you guys are buying more coochie than my customers are buying pizza at Pizza Hut, right? But at the same time, I still want to get some culture in, only because, and when I say culture in, like I want to check out uh Cherokee, North Carolina, because I myself is half Cherokee and Indian. So I want to check that out. You know what I mean? Yeah, get that Hawk Tuohy girl so we could do some things. Wow, were they white and tight, Jamies? Were they white and tight? Did they look like did they look like the Hawk Tuohy girl? If they look like the Hawk Tuohy girl, man, I think I'm gonna get married if I go to Nashville. Uh-huh. Yeah, Nashville is fun for. I spent lots of time with them. Sebastian, a bunch of them country chicks. Super easy. Told them I'm from California and them legs was wide open. Were they white and tight though? Did they look like the Hawk Tuohy girl? You heard of the Hawk Tuohy girl, right? But it was like you want to drive a man crazy, you got Hawk Tuohy spit on that thing. I want a chick like that. And it's not even, and listen, guys may say, oh, you just wanted to spit on the thing. Listen, I've had a little round and brown, black, bumpkin country girls in North Carolina spit on that thing and do it. It's not even about that. I want somebody that's down to earth, that's not gonna spend all my money, and I can relate to. Because the chick I talk to now, like she's cool. I could probably take her on a trip and she would probably love the hell out of me. Like if I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to Nashville. You want to come with me? That lady would take 2 weeks off and be ready to go. You know what I mean? If I was like, oh, okay, take 2 weeks off, we're going to Nashville. But in a way, I don't want to bring sand to the beach because if I see something white and tight, I'm gonna want Captain all night. You know what I mean? If I see someone white and tight, I know she's gonna be like, now you better not disrespect me. You better not run to them white and tights. And then I'm gonna be pushing to really move to Nashville instead of visiting. Bruh, I changed the water pump on my car. It took me 2 hours and $500 of parts from the dealer. If I got the parts on Amazon, whatever, all you gotta do, yeah. Wow. Yeah, see, I don't have a water pump problem. It's a radiator problem. It's a radiator problem, and I'm not gonna lie. If I knew somebody like you that knew how to fix it, I ain't gonna lie. I would actually have it over there, and I'd probably live in California, set my money up. But I don't know. You know, I am like a how you say a so-called traveler, where as I really do love North Carolina. That's the thing. Like I've been so accustomed here. I met different types of chicks here. Excuse me. Some guys may say, "Oh, they're ugly, they're this and that, whatever," right? But at the end of the day, excuse me, I've had success with the women here. Excuse me. So you will never hear me complaining, "Oh, these black women, these white women." And bro, my situation, I had a situation where white girl probably cost me a lot of high stuff. If that it cost me a lot of jobs I could have got, right? You'll never hear me complaining about a white or a black woman because the women here are friendly and easy accessible. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And in Nashville, I was messing with sisters. Had me a petite red bone. I saw a super red light skin. Yeah, see, if I go to Nashville, don't get me wrong, the black women are gonna be on me because I'm light skinned. But I want that white and tight. I want that white and tight, and that's only because I've been around black people so much. Oh, I want to ask you, Jamie's, have you ever had that Nashville chicken? Because that's why I want to go to Nashville to try that Nashville chicken. So I know Wednesday, Thursday, I work my second job. I'm not gonna take off from there because I'm like, okay, I don't want to start BSing them, and I can get a little extra money, whatever, right? And I'm like, I don't want them to think, oh, this guy, he don't want to work, da da da, whatever it is, right? So I'm like, okay, and I get free food, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do Wednesday and Thursday with my side job, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna be, going wherever. So Friday, I might do full fledged, just do the 8 hours, go to Nashville, or I might stop somewhere and then the next day do Nashville. But knowing me, I'd probably just drive 8 hours to Nashville because especially on a Friday, I might just do it just because I'm like, okay, I got Friday, Saturday night to be there, and then Sunday I could skip out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had that Nashville chicken. It was good, but there was a spot near TSU that had honey chicken. It was my favorite. So, yeah, I mean, that's one thing I want to do. I want to hit that Nashville chicken at least a couple of times. I want to get that on Friday. So if I leave Friday, I definitely gotta leave early because I wanna leave. I know it sounds weird, but I want to leave early enough where I can get the Nashville chicken on Friday and get it on Saturday, and then Sunday I'm like, okay, I'm ready to leave. I got it out of my system, whatever. You know what I mean? But I really want to check that out because I like the spicy food, man. I'm really into that. Spicy food's really good. I love it. So that's why I was like, well, that's funny, saying that. The sisters. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't get them white and tights, man. I'm surprised they wasn't on you, man. The white and tights, because usually they be on the brothers hard, and get you a hot chewy spit on it, dang girl. You know what I mean? She seemed like she was down to earth too, like hot chewy spit on that thing. Knowing her, she's probably gonna take advantage of that and get that money. I wouldn't blame her. Somebody like that, if I got with that, I'd be good. I'd be like, oh, no, guys, I'm retiring. They're like, what? Why don't you just started? You say you can get GoPro, you can get DJI Pocket. Ah, I'm retired. Not worth it. Or if I did it, I'd have her with me and I'd record the women, but I just have her with me. You know what I mean? You guys don't care if I get laid or not. Just want to see the women. Hot Tui, spit on that thing. That's crazy. That chick's crazy. But yeah, I would wanna go out there and actually I put in my 2 weeks notice. Not notice I'm gonna leave, but my vacation, so I can actually go out there for the week. Excuse me. I'm gonna try to. I know I'm gonna go to Nashville, but I want to see if I can go to Cherokee within that week. Excuse me. I know it's not gonna be the same because it's not a weekend on Cherokee, but I want to see if I can do. Excuse me, do that. Worst case scenario, I might do Nashville that week and do Cherokee for the next week. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks ain't gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? I'm already stacking money told in. You know what I mean? I'm working 7 days. If I'm working 7 days for 2 or 3 weeks, if I do 2 weeks of only working 2 days, I'm good. I'm not gonna be hurt. You know what I mean? But one thing I do need is get a new car. So we'll see how that is. Like I said, I might leave and go full time overseas. I might say, I don't know, man. This ain't for me. I'm happy where I'm at. I got my little cats. I could watch my Netflix. Like, I'm really comfortable, man. Like, I know a lot of people think I'm crazy. Like, man, if I was you, I'd be going overseas. I'd be doing this and that. But it's like, bro, I got my cats that appreciate me, the kids at the house that appreciate me. It's like, and I'm getting free Mexican food. It's like, what do I want to change? Now, I will want to go back to school to better my career path, but I don't know. Like, living overseas, at the end of the day, I could live overseas for a certain period of time, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have to come back to the States if I'm not making residual income. It is what it is. Look at Floyd. He's back in the States. You know what I mean? So, you know, even as much as I want to move back to Boston to be with my boy and my mom and get that, Chinese food, you know, it's what it is. Like I said, I might take off and go to Nashville, whatever, and then I might do Labor Day weekend and come to Boston to spend time with my mom. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have family that wants to be around them. A lot of people don't have a support system. And then when I talk about that, I'm talking about these guys that go overseas. They really don't have a good situation with their family. They don't have a good situation, with their friends, mother, whatever. They're running from something, bro. I'm not running from anything. The only thing I'm running from is the goddamn DUI they're trying to hit me with. But yeah. Other than that, a lot of these guys are running from something. You know what I mean? I'm not running from nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, if I stay here and I don't live overseas, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? But yeah, I do definitely want to check out Nashville. I definitely for this week I'm taking off. I'm gonna hit up Nashville. I might end up taking off for Labor Day weekend and going to Boston. I don't know yet. Um, but yeah, next month I definitely will be going somewhere. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I know it's almost an hour and 30 minutes. I figure I'd vent to y'all, let y'all know my plans. It's your boy Milano back at it again. Appreciate the people who tuned in. It is what it is, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I mean? It's your boy Milano signing off at the end of the day. Holla. Make sure if you missed this live, rewind it, leave that comment, share, like, subscribe. Holla.